Hi, I'm Abbey Louise Byrne and I play for Portlaoise AFC and the MSL. I play right wing and I have a few questions for Muireann Devaney, who plays for Athlone FC and Ireland internationally. My first question would be, what would be any advice you'd give to young girls like you, or like what you are coming up to want to be an international player and reach their best potential?
I suppose definitely work hard and, you know, like work hard in the evenings after you have your homework done and stuff. Make time for training. Try not to miss it, or if you do, catch up on a session. I know there's other sports as well, like in North Leitrim, it's not as easy, or in smaller clubs, like when other girls play maybe Gaelic or Camogie or something, it mightn't be as easy with clashing and stuff. But if you can at all, possibly make it as much sessions as you can and just work hard as you can.
So, hi, I'm Roisin and I play for Byrne and I play centre back. And I have a few questions for Muireann Devaney. Have you changed positions since you were younger?
Well, not overly. No, I used to play on the left wing for the under 17s with Tiger Rovers, but I was always kind of a midfielder with the Ireland. And when I started off playing with the boys in the local club as well, I was always kind of a midfielder. So it was just chopping and changing between that really. But no, mostly midfielder. I think I wouldn't be the most skillful player, but I think I have a bit of strength, so I think that works out for my benefit in midfield. So that's it.
Um, what sacrifices did you have to make it this far?
Yeah, there's definitely loads of sacrifices. Like, yeah, you miss nights out with your friends, I suppose, and going to discos or just going out and stuff. Where you might miss family gatherings like communions and confirmations, but it's all worth it then in the end when you get a big result or you get to a cup final or something like that, and you're playing in front of your family. Then it's all worth it. You don't look back and say, oh, I missed that day or that event. You're just like, there'll be plenty more then to come. You might get playing the big games every day, so it's it's all worth it if you do miss out on something really.
Um, did you find it hard balancing school with going away with soccer?
Yeah, it can be hard enough, but normally the teachers in my school are good. They understand that, I play the sport and that's kind of my thing, really. Like some people are big into school and studying and stuff. I wouldn't be mad on studying and that, so I kind of more spend my time maybe trying to get fit or doing the right things to get better as a soccer player, and because that's kind of what I want to do. But it is hard, but if you get your time when you go away with soccer and camps to do your homework, and you get your class time as well. So it's not all that bad. Like there's ways around everything. Like there's always going to be a time for studying and time then in the evening for going out to play. So if you balance them evenly, it's not too
What do you do outside of your training to keep yourself fit?
bad. So if COVID wasn't here, I'd normally have training most nights of the week. So that's how I'd spend my time. But now that there's COVID, I think everybody agreed that trying to motivate yourself to do something unless you're kind of being forced to do it is really, really hard. So I try to do it in between the breaks of the Zoom classes for school, just go ahead and get it run, because the longer you put it off, the less likely you are to do it. I just think, it's really hard to do it on your own, but it's worth it in the end. That feel good factor after you've done a run or you've done a session on your own is it's all worth it. So try your best to get it done.
Um, do you have any superstitions or special routines before you play a game?
No, I wouldn't really have much superstitions. No, I God, no, I don't have any.
If you didn't play soccer like as professional as you do, what other sport would you be playing?
I play Gaelic as well. I play a lot of Gaelic. I play for a local club team in town for seniors, and I play for the county team as well. So I think Gaelic is definitely where I would have started off and would have definitely been my first love. And Gaelic is what I really, really love and enjoy doing. But I've got such a great kick out of soccer, and it's just kind of becoming a big thing now. So I'm leaning more towards the soccer, and I really enjoy it. The friends you make at these sports is unreal. I think anybody that plays anything will tell you that. Like my best friends now have been made playing soccer and Gaelic, and winning like with club teams and stuff like that is it's really really enjoyable, and they're the good days that you train for. So yeah, so if I didn't play soccer like this now, I'd be the Gaelic. I still play both, so at the moment they're both kind of evenly joined, but soccer is kind of where I want to go now at this stage.
What's the toughest team you've played against so far?
Toughest team. I'd say we played the United States of America for an under 16 development tournament in Prague 2 years ago, and the intensity and the fitness levels of them were well beyond what we were. You'd know that they were training every single day. Like I think we were playing in, I'd say it was 27 degrees heat and that, and they were just nothing took a puff out of them. We were literally running after them. One sprint was like, oh, it was the worst thing ever. They were just so fit, and yeah, and we played Iceland as well. They were more of a physical team. They weren't. We were probably matched them for fitness as well. But all these teams that play internationally, you can see the big difference. Like they go to school, but they go to school to play football, whereas we go to school nearly to we don't really we might do an hour's PE or that, but they go and like every break they get they're playing soccer, and it just shows when you go to play them as well.
Like, what was the best advice you've ever got from an older player or like a family member?
The best advice, well, if you're not enjoying it, don't do it. If you don't get a good kick out of it, don't do it. Don't let anybody say you have to do this, or don't let parents make you play if you don't like doing it. Do everything for yourself, and if you enjoy doing it, stick at it and go as far as you can. And if you enjoy doing something else, do that. Some people might prefer to either stand for something else or not play soccer, but just do whatever makes you happy. Really.
What team do you support?
I'm a big Celtic fan, so we went to Celtic Park there a couple of years ago. So that was unreal. It's literally the best place in the world. And then for a big team in the Premier League, probably Man United. So
Who's your biggest idol in soccer?
um, there's probably Denise O'Sullivan. I think she's just unreal. I think the way she plays on the field is something that you'd nearly aspire to play like. Her just fitness levels, the way she can pass the ball, she's skillful, and just where she's got to as well. Like she's won so many awards playing out foreign. Like I think she's a credit to Ireland and to young girls coming on when you see her on TV playing for Ireland. Like the passion and the pride she plays with is something else.
Um, if you're playing not the best during a game, how do you keep motivated to keep going?
I suppose look, nobody goes out to play bad really. Some days you'll have a great game and some days it'll just not be going right for you. But just just keep working hard. Like if your pass isn't right, just try and make a run back maybe and defend or do something else. If your shooting isn't on form in the day, just try and work hard. And I think it's important that if one of your teammates as well isn't having a good day, that you encourage them on, because it's really not easy when you're out there and maybe a manager shouting at you or there's another player giving you a tough time in the field. It's nice to get a lift from maybe a player playing beside you. If you're a centre back, the other centre back gives you a dig out or tells you head up or something. It's good to have players behind you. So normally most teams I played on, everybody's been really good and supportive if you're having a bad day. But yeah,
What's your routine before you play a soccer match?
the routine. Um, well, when you're with Ireland, like everything is set out for you. You have your itinerary for the day, so they tell you what time breakfast is, what time you have a meeting, what time you get on the bus. That everything is done to a time. And then there, when you play club football, obviously it's different. You do things for yourselves. You eat your own food. You get yourself to the bus for the match, and it's different. Like some days the parents could be busy or something else could have happened in the house, so it mightn't all run smoothly. So you just have to try and deal with what's around you. Like I'm sure other people have you've brothers and sisters as well. Maybe they have a match as well. So it's kind of you have to juggle between maybe they have to get off somewhere first and you're second. So you just kind of have to see how it plays out. But
What's your most memorable goal that you've ever scored?
um, I scored my first international goal against England in the under 15 Bow Derby final to level the game. So we were 1-0 down, and I think we were heading for a loss. We played so well, we had won every game so far, and we're in the final. And I don't know, things just weren't going right. So I scored the equaliser in that, and then another girl scored one to win it. So that was definitely one. And then second one probably be in the I played with the boys in town, and we're in the Connacht final. And for a small club like ours, it was a really good achievement. We were delighted, and we went extra time. It was 3-3, and I scored the winner. So that was definitely another one.